What's up, witches? Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new, welcome. So, happy December, huh? All right, we're on what? December 3rd. So, we're going to talk about some moons. We're going to talk about the month of December. What do you guys do in the month of December? While I get ready, we'll do a little get ready. So I'm going to be using the Winter Moon palette. I thought that was appropriate. It's an eyeshadow palette by Pink Crush Cosmetics. It looks like that. The light does it no justice. Let me see if I can bring the light down so you can actually see the difference between the blues and the greens. See? Yep, that's more true to color. All right. Do we actually need it that bright? I don't know. All right, we're going to talk about the month of December for us witches. So for me, December set around Yule, or the winter solstice. We also do celebrate Christmas, because my mother celebrates Christmas. That includes traditions like creating and burning a Yule log, creating and hanging witch balls, making homemade gifts that are given during the solstice. All about celebrating the return of the light. And I do that by celebrating the longest night of the year. And I stay up all night and rise with the sun to celebrate the return of the light, that the days will slowly start getting longer after the winter solstice, which I believe this year is the 21st, I believe. No, it's 22nd. I'm not sure. Let me look it up. I don't know why that is not sticking in my head. '21st. Okay, so the night of the 21st going into the 22nd. Alright, so what do you guys do in the month of December? Now, we also celebrate Christmas. We put up a Christmas tree. We get gifts. I'm going to go into Quiet Moon, which is this lighter blue. Alright, so of course we get Christmas gifts. We put up a tree. We put up lights. I don't put as many lights up outside as I used to. That's pretty. What did I say it was called? Quiet Moon. Quiet Moon. So we're having a full moon tomorrow, December 4th. Is the full moon. In most places, it's called the cold moon in the northern hemisphere. And it does get cold here. Although it's not as bad. What the hell? It's not as bad as some years. I do not know what I did there. But I'm not going to complain because it could be worse. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of smoking this out. I just want to, like, smoky moon look. Although I do not know what happened there. I guess it's alright. Alright, the full moon's tomorrow on December 4th. Represents stillness, reflection, and release. It's a supermoon that is rising in Gemini. So it's also a time for inner reflection and renewal. Like out with the old, in with the new. And a time to look back on the past year. Honoring your accomplishments while letting go of things that no longer serve you. I'm going into blue moon, which is this color right there. So on this full moon, what I will be doing, because we're supposed to be getting a pretty substantial storm, I usually start every full moon ritual out with a nice hot bath. If it's not raining, if it's actually snowing and not raining, I will go out and build a fire in my fire pit and meditate and enjoy looking at the full moon through the snow. So I'm kind of hoping it is snowing, but back into quiet moon, but not so much that, you know, travel is hindered. So also, like, over the weekend, I don't know if I like this look at all. Over the weekend, I will be going to my son's house, spending time with my new great-granddaughter. Did I tell everybody that? I became a great-grandmother November 13th. My little ginger great-granddaughter. Such a cutie patootie. Anyway, we're going to be putting up my son's Christmas tree. Trust the process of this. I know it looks messy, but trust the process. I'm going into Snow Moon, which is a white. Almost like a creamy white. Anyway, full moon, da-da-da-da. Alright, the colors and crystals for your altar. Obviously, you do what you want. I'm using that white cold snow moon to blend this out. Obviously, green and red, but you can also use blue, white, silver, gold, and I usually do red and green on my winter solstice. I usually add pine cones, deer antlers, like I have some up there. I like incorporating things from nature onto my altar. Now my mom, she's Christian. She's Christian. I made her an angel altar. And she has a statue of St. Michael. And she has like this little prayer bowl and candles. And she, like if one of her friends is ill, or like if she wants to, like do a prayer, she'll light a candle and she writes her little prayer out and she puts it in a little prayer bowl. And it's surrounded by crystals that she loves. And she calls it her angel altar. Alright, I want to look at what this one looks like. That's silver. I think I'm going to go in. Alright, I'm going to go into Cold Moon, which is a shimmer. And we're just going in there. And sparkle. I told you, trust the process. Ooh. Pretty. I like the pine green candles for my altar. I'll put sprigs of evergreen on there. And I like, why does that look so different? And I like the sprigs of evergreen on there because I love the way they smell. I always put them in, you can go to the flower shop and get those little vials that you can stick the ends into, the clear plastic vials that hold the water. They're like a little stopper thing. And it'll keep your evergreen sprigs fresh. You can ask them at any flower shop. It's like it almost looks like a little pick. And you shove the flowers down there, but you can lay them on their side too. Because you kind of like shove the branch. It's kind of spongy at the top. Anyway, that's what I do. I put that on my altar. And some crystals you can use is clear quartz, turquoise, tanzanite, lapis lazuli, snowflake obsidian, garnet, green, any green stones like moldavite, aventurine, jasper, all that. What do you guys think so far? I don't know. Let's jizz this up a little bit. Kind of want to be real sparkly. I think I'm going to go into that ice moon, which is that silver. I'm going to try it with a brush. What are we up to? 12. It's all right. So anyway, what do you guys do? Do any of you go out on the full moon or admire the moon? I mean, you don't have to be a witch to appreciate the moon and feel its lovely energy. I mean, I'm taking that cold moon, which is like a silver, all the way into that crease and blending everything. Oh, that's pretty. I love it. I really like this palette. I don't know how old this palette is because obviously my friends said they were decluttering. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. So anyway, I think that's all I have to say about the full moon. Oh, anyway, I take a bath. I'll probably light a fire. Most likely I'm going to light a fire. Unless, unless the weather changes. And, because if it's snowing, I'm going to be out there. Because I love the snow. I think I'm going to go into Celtic Moon, which is that greenish. And I'm going to go under the lash line with that. Now, I normally, I'm a big time journaler. I love to journal and I love to draw. Kind of like junk journaling, but I put my goals for the month. I look at what's come to fruition compared to what I put down for the new moon. Oh, that's pretty. And I look at like did it all come to, I'm going into frost moon, which is a real bright green. Like, did it come to fruition? If it didn't, if my goal didn't come to fruition, is it still a goal I want? Do you know what I mean? And if it is, where did I go wrong? What can I do differently to make it right? Do you know what I mean? So that's what I would do, and then I would meditate on it. And then if there are some goals that I had that I'm going to celebrate my accomplishments and also jot down, how do I keep it going? Like, if it's something I was working on, how do I keep it going in the direction it's going? And what if it's something that came to fruition that I really, like, now I decide, oh, I don't know. I thought I really wanted that, and now I got it, and I don't know if that's what I really want to do. Like, how can I gently let it go, or make it that it doesn't look like I'm, like, not grateful for, receiving the blessing that I asked for? Like, those are the types of things I do. And I'm curious, how do you celebrate Yule? Like I said, on Yule now, which we will talk about later in the month, I make my Yule log, I get a fire going. The whole family will put something they want to release and something they want to bring. And they put on a little piece of paper and we tuck it in to the Yule log, and then we burn it so it goes out into the universe to be worked on. That's how we do it. And we do say a little prayer and all that. This is getting long. Let me finish these eyes, because there's no way I can talk and do this at the same time. And I'll be back. Okay, I am back. I used the Animal Crossing Apple lip gloss, the Ofra candy apple on my cheeks, and my normal, that broke out. I scratched my eye. See? That's from glitter. Not even though I used glitter glue and I was real careful taking it off. That's what happens. I think I just scrubbed a little bit too vigorously and scratched my eye. So it looks like that. But anyway, it's okay. I mean, it's not hurting or anything. But there's the look. So, what do you guys do? Do you celebrate Yule or the winter solstice? Do you go out and enjoy the full moon? I mean, you don't have to be witchy or a witch to enjoy the full moon. Back in the day, I was all up for a full-blown ritual. Now, not so much. There's not enough like-minded people in the area that I live in compared to the area I lived in before. As I get older, I much more like to be solitary in my spiritual beliefs, because it's much better that way for me. Anyway, you guys have a blessed and magical day. Happy Vlogmas day number 3. And remember, don't let anyone tame your spirit. Bye.